It's Astro Divine here, and we are here with a brand new single player game. What Remains of Edith Finch? This was just added in as one of the free PS Plus games of the month, and we're gonna try it out. Now, I'm actually gonna alter the volume a bit because it's really fucking loud. Now, can I move? It's a bit better. Oh. Wait, what?
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
Okay. For the record, I think I played the whole thing in one go. I doubt it's a really short game. It's probably be a new little quick small series we're doing in between our Sekiro playing. I always like to have something more story focused.
I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms. Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately. I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
Oh, that's an automatic thing, okay. I'm not found the motion blur. Is there any... I don't... Yeah, can't fix that, it's annoying.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Let's go down bottom. Okay, I already like that there's multiple paths to take. It's a nice touch. I like the graphical style of this actually, it's quite beautiful. Yeah, I always like to have at least one somewhat...
Even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
Hilton Finch, I guess that's one of my brothers. I'm going to stop you just don't say this. I always like to run a story thing going on along with our main kind of current played game. And this is going to be our story thing for now. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say.
The woods around the house have always been uncomfortably silent. As if they're about to say something, but never do.
Oh, same missing poster. Hey look, there's a little
The house was exactly like I remembered it.
Dragon.
The way I'd been dreaming about it.
Reminds me of the burrow from Harry Potter.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
Apparently this is a very sad game though, so keep that in mind as well.
Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house. I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't.
Damn. Oh. Really pretty looking though. I'm guessing that narrative will appear depending on the actions we do. So... Cool. Like if we try and interact with this door, is it going to give us another... Oh wait, we actually just...
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
Okay. Oh really?
first time in years, I felt like I was home.
This really doesn't rhyme with the burrow from Harry Potter. It's quite cool.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
I'm guessing, yeah, a lot of the stories can be unveiled to us as we play through.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth. Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
Let's not go to the basement just yet. I want to check everything. Ooh. Okay, hang on. So I'm guessing we're not meant to interact with that for a little while.
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
Okay.
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
Yeah, it's Milton, not Hilton. Okay, we're gonna go upstairs instead of down first. There's a
After
basement.
Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Actually, cross that, we're gonna go downstairs first. I just remember this is a massive fuck-off house, so going upstairs is gonna keep aggressively increasing our height, so we're not gonna do that. We're gonna go downstairs first. What's this? Oh, it's a music box. That's cool. I like how you can actually interact with it.
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house. Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
Okay, well, cross that. We're not going to the basement. We're going upstairs. Little melody playing. Okay, shit, we have something else. Let's go this way first.
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
Okay. It's kind of morbid that the,
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up. Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Hey!
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
In the next episode. Nah, jokes. We have more stuff to look at before we do that.
Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it.
Okay.
Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
Yeah, we need to get to that room to open up the upstairs bit. That's fine.
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
Okay.
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of. My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
It's a bit morbid. Why not lie? Nothing wrong with that, by the way. I like morbid. Just pointing out the facts.
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. But I had no idea what was behind that door. Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead. I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole. I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here.
It's quite
Before
nice,
my
right?
mom sealed the doors. Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting. Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
It's kind of cute, actually. Doors to not interact. I'm curious what else there is. Maybe over here is it? Ah, here we go.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
Okay, so we actually play through these memories.
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
I mean, kid, if you're that hungry. I guess the bathroom.
I kept eating and eating.
Oh, that's a bit fucking grim.
I ate a lot of things that night.
Oh no, not the
Then I
fucking...
heard chirping outside my window.
Uh-huh.
It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat. I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
That's kind of cool. I don't really know what I'm meant to do with this.
I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird. I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass. Rabbits. I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit.
I'm actually gonna turn this reticle off.
Then I flew off to find something bigger.
Yeah, I'm sorry for not talking too much, I'm just trying to just enjoying the story right now. This is quite nice.
A mama rabbit.
What's the difference?
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
I'm a bit confused, but okay.
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever. I wanted fat, juicy seals. I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
It's really hard to fucking control this.
I grabbed on tight. But I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed. Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere. I was big, but I moved real quiet.
Oh, Jesus.
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't. After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it. I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe. I got closer and closer.
Oh, it's back to the room where we started.
All of my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to be, and we both know I will be delicious.
Oh.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have. This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. So, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room. Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him. Her room was like a museum. For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious. I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time. One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity. When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't. Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
This is the bedroom, the bathroom.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace.
Yeah.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book. Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down. From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
That's well sick.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin, and that he never talked about him.
Ah, this is the twin that,
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
happy that he's both
My
of
brother
your,
said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore he'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Oh, I already feel what's gonna happen.
Calvin, dinner's ready. Coming.
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it.
Oh no.
I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that.
Calvin, I'm not gonna tell you again.
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up.
Jesus Christ, kid.
Then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind.
Yeah, so you stop.
That's what I want to remember about my brother. The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing. After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room. Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Oh, wrong way. I never see
Passages were
why.
a pretty tight fit.
I'm just gonna pause. I want to say stuff. I never see why people could find this sad and upsetting. Because I know for a fact some people have cried during streams of this. I haven't watched full streams, by the way. I just heard. Like that. Yeah, there's a few of them actually quite depressing, and the fact that I think all these end with like the deaths of these people. That's something else. Because originally it's the family tree. We have a bit more to go there. We'll see how far we get.
They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
I might push out another hour, depends. Because I'm actually enjoying this quite a bit. Oh, we're in the
Growing up,
actresses.
I always thought of Barbara as a child star. I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards. Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
It's good to know.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
I'm controlling this, by the way, if you're... Halloween music?
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
Don't get me wrong, I like it, but... Isn't there legal problems with using this?
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh dear!
Yeah, I already figured out who it was.
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
I do find it really weird that they're actually using the Halloween theme. It's cool, but it is a bit like... I would have thought that's not something you're able to do. Maybe they just got a remix version, tries to pull it off. Oh, yeah.
Walter, are you there?
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. And when he was, he couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out.
That night, she played her part beautifully.
This is actually kind of like a horror film. Quite accurate to it, honestly.
She thought about abandoning Walter, but just couldn't do it. Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned. He wasn't moving, But she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Okay. I'm curious because it's kind of... Yeah, she's meant to die, I'm pretty sure, at the end of this. So, I'm guessing he's... Oh.
Had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
Oh. Suspenseful.
At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Stylistically, that was cool, but
Edith
it was
told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
a bit twisted. Well, I mean, we now know how to get to the basement though, so that's cool, I guess.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Okay. Let's go to the basement then. Nope. Save. As far as I love going home. Less flat out depressing.
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
Probably the last area you get to. It reminds me of going home, but it's nowhere near as depressing, is it? Of course. He's got an 8-ball table. It's fucking sick.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot. I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
Of course, the
I
food is
thought maybe she
interactive.
was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that. I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could. If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
So I'm guessing our friend Walter. Yeah, he's dead. This was the kid in the story.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything. Even a monster on the other side of a door starts to feel normal.
Not friendly. Drinking directly from one of these cans. Surefire way to cut yourself.
And then one day, everything just stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can.
This isn't actually a bad setup you're going in with. Oh, I meant to do something here. Oh, here. Oh.
I know it's out there somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly and Calvin.
Okay. So it's implying that, something else is going on here.
Maybe
It's,
this
kill
was
everything.
all a mistake.
Okay.
But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me.
I like the subtle hints they're doing at. There's a small little full backstory. Oh shit.
Whatever's
Right,
out
so
there,
now.
I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food.
Yeah, I reckon living off fucking.
I don't
Was it
mind
apricots?
if I only had a year left. Or a month.
A week
Or a single week.
or a single day.
I'd be happy with one meal day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here. I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me. Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made, trying to bury something that's still alive. Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe 2, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real. I don't know if I should even be writing this.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family.
I reckon she's got a
history
kid.
You're a part of.
This is her.
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now.
How many have we done? So we've done 4, there's 7 left. Wait, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 8 left. Okay, we'll do one more in this stream, then we're going to save the rest for the next one.
I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth. And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible. I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
Whoa.
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault. Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Okay, so these ones we've seen so far. We haven't seen Sven, but we know how he died. We don't know. Okay, so Edie's death is involved. Well, Edie's with books. Walter. Not sure. Barbara, yes, Stardom. Okay, so
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide. Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
Oh. That's what that is. So what to do?
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us. There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
It's got a very beautiful way of telling a story. Like, it's really well structured. I like how it's just...
But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Oh, shit. So that's who she's referring to in this writing. The other Finch. I guess it's child.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common. They were both pretty intense.
That's gonna be the night.
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something. Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
I was like how every one of the rooms has been specifically designed to kind of match the personality of the character you're looking at. Just small little touches like that. Let's go through this guy's death story. Ooh.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Mm-hmm. Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged.
That's really cool. Every photo I take, you see Edith's hand. Is it Edith? Yeah, Edith. Because, yeah, that's her name. Edith's hand
Shot of
moving.
You, Dawn, then we can take off.
What?
Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? Please just take the damn picture.
Hey, language.
Did you want to get a picture of me or what?
Yeah. Where are you? Actually limited in out there.
I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though. Aw.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
Hold.
Hey!
That's a keeper.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Don. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Don, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Don, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph?
Okay, buddy.
Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip. Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire. We found an old logging trail. There were deer everywhere.
Dad!
Good eyes, Don. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Dad...
Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Don, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong. Great shot, Don! I'm proud of you, Don. Always remember that, okay?
Oh, wow, that's...
Sorry, Don. Just gotta reset the timer.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally
so...
normal, Don. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Do one more. We're at halfway. That's definitely my favourite one so far. Seriously, if you're actually watching this video at all, I'd seriously recommend it. If you have a PlayStation, pick this up and go through it. Like, obviously, if you've watched the stream, you've probably seen the first bit of it. But that way you can, as long as you haven't seen all of it, you can at least have an idea of some of it based off and actually watch it play out. So, where are we going now? So no dialogue, there's just something hidden in this room. This is a really good game so far. So from what I feel, it's kind of flown under the radar. I've seen a few more low-key channels I watch. Slightly confused to where I'm meant to go, not lie. There it is.
After Sam died, My mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
I can control the throw, this is awesome. Oh, this is gameplay at its finest.
Gregory, it's time.
No!
Hold on, sweetie.
That's right, bitch. My bedtime ain't over yet. Whee!
Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
I wonder what he saw.
Right, this baby is on some serious shit. Oh my god, this is what we're talking about when it comes to riveting gameplay.
You reminded me so much of Calvin.
Yes!
Lost in his imagination.
Yo, Mr. Whale, come on, get in on it.
Whatever it was, he saw.
This is actually... I fucking love the music. Without a doubt. Oh, boing! Oh, I think it must be like do something.
It sure made him happy.
I did. I got all my friends. Oh. More friends. I want some soap.
I know how silly it sounds. But I'm worried about a baby being too happy. But I can feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could.
I'm
If I hadn't called that night.
Damn it. Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
Oh no.
I wish he could have told us about the world he saw. There's so much I don't understand.
Oh, fuck.
About Gregory.
Whoa, I'm the frog!
But I know what happened wasn't your fault.
Bye, friends.
I'm sure.
No! Let's go to the Great White Light!
And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
It's probably one of the sadder ones. Now here's the thing, I'm quite hungry, so, but I also kind of want to finish off this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 left. Trying to decide whether I want to just keep the stream running and just grab some food quickly, or end the stream and then just start it up again start up a new one. I might do that. So, anyone who's watching this live, in about 10-15 minutes, a new stream will be going up, but this is going to be the second part. We'll finish off the game. I'm just really hungry right now, so I can't really go to a main menu. This is my main menu. I'm not really sure. Actually, no, we might have more than 6, because there are a few other characters that are listed around here that don't have dates and deaths and all that type of stuff. That's fine though. I will see you guys in the next episode though. Again, 15 minutes. I just gotta get something to eat. I'm quite hungry, but I should be back soon. I'll see you then.